Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. You know how unpredictable the NFL can be, but every once in a while, a rumor or a potential trade shakes up the entire landscape. And this one, it's not just a rumor, it's an eye-opening speculation that's been buzzing around the league circles lately. We're talking about Patrick Surtain, the Denver Broncos' star cornerback, potentially making his way to the Buffalo Bills. Yes, you heard that right. This could be a game-changer for the Bills' secondary, and honestly, it's a move that could redefine their entire season and future outlook. Let's unpack this a bit, because it's not just about adding a talented player. It's about what Surtain brings to the table and how that could impact the Bills' defense, especially in a division as competitive as the AFC East. Now first, some context. Surtain, drafted 9th overall in 2021, quickly established himself as one of the premier young cornerbacks in the league. He's a Pro Bowler from 2022 through 2024, and for good reason. His stats speak volumes: 20 interceptions over that span, 62 pass defenses, a PFF coverage grade hovering around the high 90s. That's elite-level stuff. And in 2025, he's continued to impress with 7 interceptions, 24 pass defenses, and allowing only 42% completion rate when targeted. His EPA per target is at 34, which means he's frequently shutting down plays before they even develop. Statistically, he's in the top tier of cornerbacks, especially in terms of yards allowed after contact, ranking 3rd with just 3.2 yards, and his success rate in man coverage hovers around 32%. That's exactly what the Bills need. They've been looking for a shutdown outside corner, someone who can neutralize top receivers and give that extra confidence to their secondary, especially with the rising caliber of quarterbacks in the AFC. Now, why is this happening? Well, there are a number of factors. The Broncos, currently sitting at 3-4, have a secondary that's ranked 23rd in the league, allowing an average of 228 passing yards per game. That's not just bad luck. It's a combination of scheme, injuries, and some personnel issues. Denver's front office, led by head coach Sean Payton, is clearly prioritizing a rebuild. They're in a cap crunch too, with about $25 million in cap space, and they're making tough decisions. The recent injury to Rapp, who's been out with a knee injury, has definitely accelerated the need for roster shakeups. Adding to that, Denver is focusing on younger players, trying to build for the future, and they're skeptical about their pass rush and run defense. Their run defense is ranked 26th, allowing 138 yards per game on the ground, and their defensive line, which is leaking sacks, allows about 2.8 sacks per game. They're not getting enough pressure on opposing quarterbacks, and that's a problem in today's NFL where pass rush is king. So, trading away Surtain, a cornerstone of their secondary, makes some sense from their perspective. They're also eyeing the future, trying to free up cap space to extend players like Mainers and bolster their offensive line, which has been allowing too many sacks, about 2.8 per game. From the Bills' side, this potential move looks incredibly appealing. They're currently sitting at 5-2 and have a secondary ranked 21st in the league, allowing 234 passing yards per game. But that number isn't telling the full story because, after Rapp's injury, they've been more vulnerable. Adding Surtain could be the piece that turns their secondary into a true lockdown unit. Buffalo already has some key pieces, like Tre'Davious White and Dane Jackson, but Surtain would take their coverage to a whole new level, especially against AFC rivals with explosive passing offenses. His presence would allow the Bills to assign him to neutralize the best receivers, freeing up other defenders to play more aggressively or to double-team other threats. And considering Surtain's ability to cover top targets, he would be an ideal complement to a secondary that already features talent like Dane Jackson and the emerging talent of Christian Benford, who's been solid this season with a PFF grade of 81. 4. This move could give Buffalo a serious boost in their playoff push, especially in a division where teams like the Dolphins and Jets are always a threat to explode offensively. Now, there's also a strategic element here. With the Bills' front 7 dealing with injuries, Jones and Carter are both on IR. The secondary has had to carry more of the load. Adding Certain would not only improve coverage, but also take some pressure off the pass rush, allowing blitzers like Von Miller to get home more often and increase the pressure on opposing quarterbacks. That synergy between pass coverage and rush is what separates good defenses from great ones, and Certain's addition could be the missing piece that elevates the Bills' defense into elite status. Of course, the trade isn't just about acquiring talent. It's also about cap management and future planning. The Broncos are in a tight spot, with only about $22 million in cap space after the trade, which they plan to use to improve their offensive line and other areas. They're also focusing on youth, as Peyton is clearly looking at a longer-term rebuild, especially with their defense allowing an average of 3-2 sacks per game. The idea of trading Certain, one of their most valuable assets, is driven by the urgent need to free up cap space and rebuild around younger core players. They see the potential in young talent and want to focus on developing their roster from the ground up. For the Bills, this is a rare opportunity to capitalize on a team in transition. They've been building a team capable of competing for a Super Bowl for several years now, and adding a player of Certain's caliber would be a significant statement. It would send a message that Buffalo is all in on contention, especially in an AFC that's more competitive than ever. The Bills have already shown they can compete with the best, beating teams like the Chiefs and Dolphins, and with Certain in the fold, their secondary would be one of the scariest in the league. His projected stats if he joins the Bills are impressive. Expect him to record at least 9 or more interceptions over the rest of the season, adding to his already stellar resume. His ability to shut down opponents, top receivers, and create turnovers can be the X factor that tilts close games in Buffalo's favor, especially in the postseason. Plus, his presence would help the Bills in their overall goal of having a top 5 defense, something they've been striving for in recent seasons. The combination of his ball skills, coverage ability, and football IQ makes him a perfect fit for what the Bills want to accomplish. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this move could have ripple effects across the AFC. Certain's playmaking ability and shutdown potential could make the Bills a more formidable opponent come playoff time. The odds of Buffalo making a deep run would skyrocket, especially with the added confidence of knowing they have a true shutdown corner to match up against the best AFC offenses. The potential increase in win probability, perhaps by as much as 11% or more, is a huge deal for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. You can almost imagine the Bills' defense transforming into one of the league's top units, matching their high-powered offense led by Josh Allen. And speaking of Allen, imagine the synergy of having a corner like Certain behind him. With the ability to limit big plays, the Bills can play more aggressively, forcing turnovers and creating short fields. This combination of elite coverage and explosive offense could be the recipe for their next Super Bowl appearance. The AFC, as you know, is packed with talent, but Buffalo's potential move for Certain could be the difference maker that elevates them above the rest. It's reminiscent of the 2013 Seahawks secondary, which was instrumental in their Super Bowl victory, or the Cowboys' recent defensive improvements. The Bills would be setting themselves up not just for a playoff run, but for a potential dynasty. Now, many fans are wondering about the odds of this happening. The betting markets have already adjusted, with the odds for Buffalo's Super Bowl prospects improving from plus 5,000 to plus 2,500 once the rumors gain traction. If Certain joins, those odds could shift even further, perhaps making Buffalo an even bigger favorite in the AFC. This move, if it materializes, would solidify Buffalo's status as a top-tier contender, and it would be a statement to the rest of the league. The Bills are not just here to compete, they're here to win. So folks, what does this all mean for you as Buffalo Bills fans? It means that the team is continuously looking for ways to improve, to get better, and to chase that elusive Super Bowl once again. It's a testament to the front office and coaching staff's commitment to excellence, and a reminder that the NFL is always evolving. Whether or not this trade happens, it's exciting to think about the possibilities, and it's a testament to how serious the Bills are about contending in 2024 and beyond. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Certain would be the perfect fit? How do you see him impacting the team's chances? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Buffalo Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.